What's up, everyone? I'm Janitor Jake.
And I'm Chris K.
And welcome to the American Gaming Geeks. Stupid. What? Ready?
I don't want the likes of you watching my back! The chopper's waiting! You're done!
All right, and welcome back for another episode. Now, if you're new to the channel or you want to get right straight to the game, you can go to this number right here, and it'll take you right to the gameplay. Otherwise, we are going to get the show started. All right, and as you guys can tell, we're kind of celebrating here. We're doing something a little bit different, a little bit special. And so right now it's summertime, and I've always been a big fan of the summer. What about you? You like summertime? Exactly.
Love it. Love sweating my armpits out.
Especially out here in northwest Wisconsin where it's been like 50, 60 degrees out during summertime. But one of the things people like to do during the summer is go camping. So we're all decked out in our nice little tent here.
Yeah.
And we got our nice little retro cooler. Look at that, 1980s, 90s retro cooler.
Retro.
Your little sleeping bag over there.
Bag. I got my all my little food and camping gear here. Got to stay hydrated with some hot cocoa. You got your cooler with some really good juice in there.
Some marshmallows right here, so we can. And then, like I said, you got your sleeping bag, and I wasn't sure which one to bring.
Have your granola bars too.
So I decided to bring a few of them. I got my let's see here, my New Kids on the Block.
Oh, okay.
I got my New Kids on the Block sleeping bag.
There you go.
I also have my Ultimate Warrior sleeping bag.
Ultimate Warrior. Okay.
So good old Ultimate Warrior from old school WWF, World Wrestling Federation. Okay. But I don't know if I want that one either. Those might be too hot. So
they might be too hot, yeah.
I decided I'd bring my Roger Rabbit sleeping bag.
Well, there you go. That'll fit perfectly.
This one might help out if it gets a little bit too warm.
Yeah.
So there
Slap
you go.
that on. Easy peasy. Just squeeze right into it.
And then another thing people like to do while camping is go fishing. So I got my little R2-D2 fishing pole here. You got that.
Gonna ask about that.
And there's no need for a tackle box when you got your little hat. You just stick fishing lures all over it like everyone likes to do. And so why are we out here celebrating with all the camping and all the good stuff? Well, because the game has to do with camping. Today we're playing good old the Berenstain Bears Camping Adventure, or Berenstain Bears, however you want to pronounce that. Depends on if you believe in the Mandela effect or not.
It's Berenstain. It's Berenstain Bears.
And so it is complete. We do have the game and we have the manual, and so we're going to be checking that out as we play. Now the thing is, you and I have played this game before in the past.
Yeah.
And we did it on easy mode, but the one thing I noticed after we beat it, I was like, something seems off. I feel like there are boss battles, and we didn't have any of that.
Yeah.
It turns out...
What happened to that?
Yeah, it turns out when you do easy mode, you skip the boss fights. You just go through the stages, and there's no boss fight. But then medium mode, you do get the boss fights. And then there's a hard mode, which is just medium but ramped up. So that's what I think we're going to do today is we're going to play medium mode because we want to experience as much of the game as we can. Easy mode, you miss out on the boss battles. In hard mode, it's just probably too ridiculous. And I like playing games on easy mode. That's the thing that you and I do all the time is try to play easy mode if we can.
Experience as much as possible within a short period of time.
And so I guess without further ado, let's pop the puppy in and get going. You ready to play?
I'm game. I'll go get my water. I left my other bottle. I'm gonna just drink straight out of this thing.
Blow the dirt out of the cartridge. All the dirt and night crawlers in there now. Ooh, look at that. Nice and pretty. And that's just the thing, too, is we're using SCART cables, so it is going to pop really well.
That is pretty there. Pretty.
The Berenstain Bears Camping Adventure. Bubsy is in the trees back there. And look at
Who's
that, too.
afraid of the big bad wolf? Why do they do that tune?
Yeah, exactly. Look at the sun, too. It's animated.
Yeah.
And then if you sit and don't touch anything, it'll do a demo and kind of show you some stuff.
Okay.
Like you can slide up and down those, and if you let it go, you'll bounce. And you can jump on characters to kill them.
Nice.
All right, and so we got Sister Bear Start, Brother Bear Start, or 2-player start.
Oh.
But we're going to go to the options. Bear cub, which is easy. Brown bear, and then grizzly bear, which is hard. Grizzer bears, Pilgrim. Collect the claws. All right, so we're going to go with brown bear because bear cub's easy. You don't get the boss fights. Grizzly bear is the same as brown bear, except just a little more difficult.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the boss fights are different. I don't think so. If there is a difference, I believe that you might have to do it like twice. Like you beat one of the bad guys and you go and you have to fight another one. You'll see what I mean when we get to it. But all right, so we're going to go to 2-player start. Look at that. A family of bears driving in a car going into the woods.
Whoop. Does a bear in the woods camp? Yep, they sure do.
I don't know their voices
We
either.
collect the firewood. Can we go explore?
Okay, don't go too far from camp. Make sure to get back before dark. And Mom's already in her pajamas.
Just always in her pajamas.
Old granny.
Yeah.
All right, and so right here we're kind of in like this little hub world. So you got cave adventure, going fishing. If you go to the right, I need you to come to the right though. See, now you're goofing around.
It's hot in here, man.
So you got honey hunting, and we have nature walk.
Okay.
And so, yeah, and if you leave them alone, they start fooling around and doing their own things. Like earlier, she was hula hooping, and now she's jump roping, and now he's scatting. He's getting down with his bad self. But in the game, they actually kind of say the order to play them in. I mean, they don't tell you what order, but it starts off with cave adventure.
So the manual tells you that?
Yeah, so I guess we're going to go with cave adventure.
You're just throwing a frog around.
Animal abuse.
Yeah.
Animal abuse. And push up. Maybe start? Start. There you go.
Oh, okay. Oh, man. Taz is going to sweep through here.
All right, and so the main gist of this game is basically a collect-a-thon. And we don't have a time limit, so we can take our time and try to collect things. Because the issue is that we need to collect certain things in order to, like, get extra lives and do stuff like that.
Wait a second. Who's player 1 and who's player 2?
So I'm Brother Bear.
I know you're Brother Bear, but is player 1 Brother Bear or player 2?
I'm assuming player 1 is Brother Bear.
Ow! Oh, no! See, now it's following you, which is weird, because you went down there and it just stayed on me.
Yeah, so with 2-player... This is why I generally don't like 2-player games, because
I hit it and it didn't do nothing.
Because you really have to follow along, like, perfectly. Like, in 2-player games, if you, like, get off...
Yeah.
Like, right now, if I go to the left, but you keep going to the right, the camera gets stuck.
Yeah,
So
or it follows one of us and the other one dies.
So I'm going to come out here in 3, 2, 1, walk off. There we go.
I had no idea where I was there.
Oh, all right, so check this out. One time playing this, and I got stuck because I couldn't see it. How do you get out of here? How do you get out of here?
Oh.
So go ahead and pick that up. Hit A.
Oh, is it A? I thought it was down. Okay, A. Whoops.
And now you can go over there and hit... Oh.
You get it, too.
Do you have it? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, we
That's
both have
garbage.
it.
I thought I would have the rock so I could throw and hit the enemies.
Yeah, but no.
What the heck? That's actually pretty stupid then.
We're thinking for 2 now.
That's ridiculous. Like, I figured I could keep the rock.
Oh, it's a mole.
And then you could pick up the pickaxe. And then I could use the rock to throw and hit creatures.
Huh. But no. Is that a snail?
What is that?
It's a bear claw.
I think so. Might have to hit it.
It's a donut. No, it's not a cinnamon roll.
But that's the one thing that's kind of interesting with this game is you could just rush through it, but then you miss out on stuff like some of the bonuses and things like that.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing Sonic time now.
Like here, I would use a rock to throw it, but too bad.
So he's a 2-hit guy. Or just doesn't like me. Whoops!
It could be 2 hits. Or it could be you have to be very, very specific.
Maybe. Very, very specific. Oh, looks like Jaws.
A hot dog!
You know, the hot dogs you just leave in the...
Picnic basket? It's a ghost!
Whoa! It's a gopher. Gopher ghost. Oh, wait a minute. We can get those
so you're
4-leaf
supposed to-
clovers.
yeah, so you
if
gotta
we jump
time
up
it.
there. I'll let you do it. Oh.
But I think they come back.
Wait, can't I, like, throw you up or something?
I think there's a weird thing if I look up. Like if you come over here,
You can't jump on my shoulders or something.
you have to hold up and like hit A and stuff. But I think that only works if there's a ledge you have to
Oh.
get
It only
on.
works at ledges? Confusing.
Because that was the one thing.
There's like
the
a
difference
secret.
between 2-player and single-player games. If we're doing 2-player games, we get into a point where it's like, how do you get up there? You can't do it unless you have the other player to help boost you up.
Yeah.
But then it's like, how does it work in single-player games? Well, in single-player games, there's usually like a trampoline. There it is. Doggone it. I don't know if I...
Sorry.
So this is
I
going to
didn't
be
do that.
ridiculous.
I'm not even doing that.
There we go.
I think my controller must have got stuck or something.
So we need... Not him. So collect all the stuff besides him.
Okay.
Actually, what I could do is just this. And then you just generally get lucky.
Oh.
There we go. So at least we got some stuff. Yeah! Yeah! Take a pose. Take a selfie. Back in the 90s. Yeah, not really looking in the manual. That's the other issue I have with 2-player games, is that if I want to look at the manual, it's like, okay, hit pause. Now let's sit here and stop and read the manual so I can see exactly what's going on.
You know what's true.
Because in the manual, it talks about all this stuff like... It's actually a pretty big manual. So the basic goal of the game is to collect as much stuff as we possibly can, and then get out of the area. Whoa! Whoa! Don't fall down!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Well,
Dodge the skitactatas now.
yeah, really.
Oh yeah, and it's like, oh, pick up the rock. It's like, no, I don't want to pick up the rock.
Because then you won't have a pickaxe to get
Oh,
through.
we gotta jump.
No. Good thing hot dogs, yum.
That's what I was gonna mention before. It's like there's hot dogs, picnic baskets.
I can have it.
So it's like Yogi Bear has been here. Mice and bats and rats and spiders and...
That was Mickey Mouse you just killed. Oh, water kills you. I forgot we wanted to take a shower. Wait for it to drip. Hang on. Ah,
Yeah,
I
it
thought it was
does
just
it 3
twice.
times.
Oh, it's an
Earthquake.
earthquake.
Oh, there they are.
Dodge the skitactatas. Ah, there's a groundhog.
And everyone's like, why do you call it that? What do you call it that for? Well, that's what they call it in the VHS tape on how to win at Nintendo.
Oh, the skitactatas. Yeah, the stalactites.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, high five.
Yeah. It's like they grabbed hands like,
That's the other difference, too. On easy mode,
weird.
you just beat it and you're done.
Oh, yeah, this doesn't keep going.
So now, yeah, we got to keep going here.
That would stink if you had to... Ah! That would stink if you had to hit that bat in order to get across that gorge there. I'm going to call it a gorge. I don't know. I imagine that's the way we're supposed to go, but maybe that's the secret way to go. And then we'll just get through there, and then we'll win the game, and it turns out we could have gone over here to get some sort of special extra life.
Well, that's the thing with this game. It's just like, basically, think of like a massive, huge, open world is basically what it is.
Yeah, Bubsy's going to pop out.
And it's a giant collectathon. And so this is where it's like you really have to pay attention where you're going, where you've been, so you know.
Ah! You're like triggering everything, and I'm getting hit by it.
Yeah, and that's why I said before why I don't really like 2-player games, because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
If this was single-player, I could just take my time and not worry about it.
Ah, they're everywhere.
But a lot of times in 2-player games, you will destroy your lives just because it's either I'm dying or you're dying.
It's like, I was kind of hoping it would be like Sonic, where it's like one person was in charge,
Yeah.
and then the other person was just sort of tagging along.
Yeah, so here's where you can come up here and go this way.
Oops.
So now you'll just
Whoops.
spawn back.
Now, did that cost us? Because it shouldn't have.
Yeah, I tried looking at it and I didn't see if it did or not. No, I don't think it does.
No, okay, well, that's good.
But
that's
it's like if
something
we
anyway.
both go down, like in water, it will. Like if I fall in water, I'll just come back out.
No.
So we could go back up,
Yeah.
but you gotta play.
Oh, hopscotch over here. Whoa! It's Father Bear's lucky clovers. Because sometimes he overemphasizes his R's.
There we go.
Hey. Ah,
Oh, so yeah, it's basically this and dodging.
I can't move! What the hey? Why couldn't I move? Cool.
I think the main thing we have to collect in here is the diamonds.
That would stink if we won the level and that just kills us. Took all our hearts.
Just nice and slow.
Tip, tip, tip. Whoop! Alley-oop! Dagnabbit, I went too forward too fast.
So why'd you do that? Why didn't you wait for me to run under it?
You did. It already hit the ground. It already exploded, and I just went because it already went. But no, it's got like a long splash zone and a long time that is like what? It's radioactive. I stepped into its radiation zone. Oh, and now I'm gone. Nice here. No, you don't. Voila. Whoops.
Oh, so this is ridiculous. If we try to do this, we're going to keep falling in there.
Oh,
This is one
really?
of those weird puzzly things I don't really know how a kid would figure out unless they just tried it. We have to pick up the rock and hit that. So it lowers
What?
down.
Are you kidding me?
And then we can jump on it.
Or try. Anyway.
It's like that's the one thing in this game that's like tricky. Like how we fooled you. Figure it out. You just keep dying over and over.
So I don't know how they do this in one player mode, but come on. How do you move it? Oh, I don't know what I did. I just jumped.
Yeah, so in one player mode, I think the rock is already down there.
You have to jump on it. That's how you do it.
Yeah. It's kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog, so the rock is already there.
I see. When it hurts you, it's like, and it hits me, it's like, gross. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I mean. It's like now 2 players, it's like we just missed.
Yeah,
So
missed
much
everything
stuff.
because one of us was later. You have to be like right.
Oh, so here it is. You have to jump on them like that.
This is the boss round.
Yeah, and then you gotta dodge all these attacks.
The Skatactatas. Spider-Man, jumping around in a cave.
Okay.
Are we supposed to go somewhere?
Oh man, we're gonna die. Oh, it's a children game where you die.
Yeah.
You're actually killed and you pass away.
Mother bear and father bear are just sitting at a funeral. That's the death screen.
Holy cow, come on.
Ah!
Like,
No,
we're pretty
for
much
crying out
dead
loud.
now because of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many hits?
Oh, and it respawned me and gave me another chance to get hurt. That's great.
Okay, you
I
stay
would
over
rather
there,
not
I guess.
exist. Oh, and it alternates.
Now
the
you
pattern.
jump over there and kill him.
I have to
I'll
jump over
stay
here? I'm
over
not-
here, I guess.
I'm not capable. You have to go back and forth.
That's the problem. Somebody needs to be over there to jump on him, and then I need to be over here to
Oh.
do that.
Okay. Well, I guess.
But you didn't want to do it.
I
You
didn't
wanted
need
to
to do
sit
anything.
there
I'm not capable.
and stick your thumb up your hind end.
I would have wasted all our lives.
So this is why we need to collect a bunch of stuff, because then we'll get extra lives. Because that's the problem, is if we lose our lives, like if we get all the way to the haunted forest and lose our lives, game over.
Yeah.
Start all over again. So now we're going to go on nature walk.
All right. Throw that frog around.
All right, so first things first is I'm going to come over here. Grab the butterfly net.
First things first, I'm a realist. Harvey the Wonder Hamster. He doesn't bite, he doesn't squeal, he just runs around in his hamster wheel.
So the main thing to collect on this one is the butterflies.
Okay.
The last one was the diamond. This one is the butterflies.
I've heard of their effect. Ah, you dang bird! Quoth the raven, nevermore.
All right, so now there's a snake.
Did it!
And now here I think you can...
Can you do it? Can you? Can you?
I don't know if you can do it like this. Might have to go down. Come up into the woods.
Hey, Bubsy. I just killed Bubsy.
That's the thing, too, that I find interesting with this game. Like, you're bears out in the woods,
Oh, that was me, dang
and you're attacking other animals. So you have to jump on that thing and lower it down.
Oh! Well, frick. Overshot. What the heck is going on here? I hate this controller.
I'll do it then. I'll do it. I'll do it then. I'll do it. I will say that is one thing though. The controllers are irritating. They are very like finicky.
They're
So, like,
sensitive.
go to the right, bam, and he goes. Like, okay, go to the bam, and he goes.
And there's a certain like rate of acceleration too. It's like, oh, it's slow. No, it's fast.
It's like we would have never known this was here unless we went down.
That's crazy.
And that's how the game really does want you to play, is like doing stuff like this. So now I'm going to try to capture. Oh, we got hit, so I don't have the net anymore.
Oh.
And I don't think I could throw you up. Nothing.
Ah. Why did it follow me? What's so special about me?
Ants. But yeah, that's what I was saying before. It's like, you're an animal, you're a bear out in the woods, but you're like people. So are you a hybrid? Of like this weird
Or a chimera.
bear-human hybrid? Because there's still regular animals in the forest. And we're actually killing them, like hurting them.
We're gonna get mauled by a real bear?
Look at that thing.
Jump! What the heck is going on? What is that?
That's like a weird mushroom thing, but you won't be able to see it if you
You're on
get too
shrooms,
close.
kids.
If you get too close to it, it like goes into a sonic ball.
Oh, okay. It's like, ah! Why didn't it follow? So I have to move myself to keep up with the platform that I just jumped off of? That's ridiculous. There's no inertia.
Yeah, see, and it's like, now how do we get under there? It's like, well, you gotta do some weird loop-de-looping
I don't
going
know.
around.
I don't know.
3, 2, 1.
Just happened to land right on it.
Okay, so we've been here before then. And some people might be like, well, why don't you ride the quicksand down, and then right when you get underneath it, spam the C button so you kind of jump and then go through the secret passageway.
Yeah, of course.
Like, sorry, it's not Super Mario Brothers 2. There we go. Oh, yeah, so you gotta jump on the lemurs.
Here's that
so you
Big Bad
can
Wolf song.
Do that.
The lemurs.
So yeah, it's like you gotta wait for the lemur to come out, jump on them, and then grab
I can't even jump because I'm frozen because I'm being hit. It's like they're all ganging up on me. It's like a big
Yeah!
jump.
Yeah!
No, you won. No, I want to jump. No, you won. Yeah. I was gonna say they do that thing that the French are always doing, like,
Oh yeah, kissing each other on the cheek.
and I was gonna say they're French kissing. Like, wait, no, that's something else.
Good old tonsil hockey. Come on, what are you doing?
What am I doing? What's going on? Why can't I get up there?
You need to calm down.
Up doesn't work on this thing. Look at that. It just said up. What the frick? Like up is like left and right, left, right, left, right. Okay, forget it.
See, this is what I don't like. It's like, okay, keep going. It's like, well, now I just missed a bunch of stuff down here.
Yeah, who knows what
So
we're
let's
missing.
go back. So right now we are only at 1 life, and if we lose these hearts, there's that mushroom thing. Look at
Oh, it's Mushroom Kingdom.
that. The heck? Holy cow! A wall? That's weird.
It's a pillar. We're in the Green Grove zone. You ever seen a bear drown in quicksand?
Yes.
Oh, good. I don't have to show you then. Pete's sake. I just tapped it. Like, there's no recourse. Like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, if I tap it, I'm gonna overshoot. If I tap forwards and then back, I'm gonna completely back up.
Yeah. It's like, what? No more hearts anymore, or what?
Jump! By the time I try to jump when it's right there, it hits my nose. Why'd it hurt you? You're falling.
All right. Thank goodness that was an extra life.
Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. That always gets me too. It's not called Chef Boyardee. It's Chef Boyardee. But ever since the song, it's Chef Boyardee now.
What do you mean it's a B in there?
No, it's Chef Boyardee.
What are you talking about?
It says Chef Boyardee. That's how it is. In my universe, it was Chef Boyardee.
Well, when did they change it?
I don't know. The Spanish took it over, I guess. He kept saying it was Chef Boyardee.
Darn it.
Chef Boyardee.
And that's the thing that's
Ravens.
irritating, is like you won't see the snake and they'll come slithering across the grass,
Slytherin.
but you don't know where they're gonna pop up at.
That's true.
Yeah, and the whole Mandela effect thing too always confused me, because I remember vividly being in like first grade in our library. I remember going into our library, and as we were coming out, we were doing something with the Berenstain Bears or something. And I remember as we were walking out, one of the other students, one of the kids, one of our classmates was like, "Hey, did you know Berenstain Bears is actually spelt Berenstain? Like it was spelt differently."
Yeah, oh, okay. Someone actually mentioned it.
Yeah, they mentioned it, and this was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's kind of neat. Oh well," and just left it at that.
Yeah.
But I remember them saying, like, yeah, Berenstain Bears is spelt differently than it sounds.
And that's the thing, like, I honestly never noticed one way or another. Like, there was the Berenstain Bears, and if you asked me to spell it, I would have spelled it wrong.
Here's that weird spot where it's like, I have to give you a boost.
Seriously, it's like just that high? Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This might be that other weird spot where we can't do it and we have to go through here. So it's a weird rush.
Strawberries.
So it's like a mad rush, so I need you to keep up with me.
Ah, jeepers creepers.
3, 2, 1, go. Because then they give you a heart to deal with it at the end of it. It's just cheap. Like that was cheap too. There we go.
Excite.
Now, I don't know if this is our first eggs. No, this is our second one. So now we got to be careful because we're going to deal with a boss fight here.
Oh, no. That's the tune that reminds me of King of the Cannibal Mountain. King of the Cannibal Island. In my universe, it was King of the Cannibal Mountain, though. But Mandela effect in the hashtags. Whoa! I love how, like, my being late slows you down in the air.
And like I was saying before, it could just be like major difficulty because we're doing 2-player.
It overshoots.
I mean, not overshooting, you just got to get used to it, but we're rushing it too.
Great.
Once again, it's like Sonic the Hedgehog. You get invincibility for like 3 seconds. There we go.
Should we do it?
So there's 3 of them? See, that's where it gets cheap.
Ah! I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, game over.
What the frick? Just like, okay, here you go. BAM! You're dead. Game over. I was like, what? We just beat the level. Come
Yeah,
on, little
And that's
cubs.
one of the things that make me mad is they're very inconsistent with it. Like the first one, oh, you only do 2 exits and then a boss fight. Third one, no, you have the second one, no, you have 3 entire stages. Mm-hmm. So here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do 2-player because that's just ridiculous. We're gonna do 1-player now and just show how a lot more simpler it is.
How easier it is, yeah. You go right ahead on.
See, now is where it's like I can just really sit here, take my time. Oh, here we go. So what, do we get... So we had to go through an extra stage for doing 2-player? Is this my second one or third one?
I don't even know. I lost count already.
This is supposed to be number 3, and this is where you do a boss fight.
Huh.
But you and I didn't do this.
Sounds like a boss fight. Maybe this is the boss fight.
No, this is the boss fight, but when you and I played, it was like, oh, no, you have a third entire different stage to go to.
It was, yeah. We didn't play this. That's weird.
What a joke. So there you go. That was the boss fight.
Huh. Yeah, some of that music sounded like Griffin. Here we go again. Salvation Army Santa's having a seizure.
All right, so that was the cave. So there was the cave, and then I went to the nature walk. Now we're going to go to honey hunting, and I'm going to hand it off to you. So remember, just take your time, be careful, and just try to get through the stage.
Careful's my middle name.
All right, so this one I know is pretty ridiculous because you're going to collect these honeycombs, and that's fine. But you're going to have these bees that come out, and there's going to be a bunch of woodpeckers that come out after you, too.
The birds and the bees.
So the woodpeckers are kind of like the crows, but the woodpeckers will attach themselves onto you and just start pecking your head.
Okay.
The enemies are also very, like, inconsistent, too, I feel.
They are. I don't feel, I know.
And I don't want you getting all the way down and getting 0 lives. So do it right.
That's encouraging.
Like I said, this one I think is one of the toughest stages, though.
Why? Alright, so I feel like I'm going the wrong way. I'm not going to go that way.
So
Here comes Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah, you gotta bounce right on him. He's like a normal one, you gotta bounce on him, but he does it, you gotta spam.
Oh, my eyes!
Yeah, that's what they'll do.
But the thing is, like, I couldn't get above him.
That's one thing I wish they would have done a little bit better with.
Yeah?
When you collect hot dogs and you collect hearts and stuff, okay, you build up the hearts and everything is fine. But once you collect all the hearts, once you're full on hearts and you collect more, I wish it would give you an extra life. But it doesn't.
Huh. The thing is, like, I can spend all this time trying to get up here, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to be up here. Like, I'll try to kill this guy so that I can go around and explore, and there's, like, probably nothing up here. I don't even think I'm supposed to be here.
Oh, those are squirrels.
Yeah, a gray squirrel. Conker's Bad Fur Day? I've never seen the gameplay for that. I've only ever seen the commercials.
Yeah, I always wanted to own that game, but it was always expensive.
What is that?
I don't know. It almost looked like a raccoon, but it was brown. I don't know if it's supposed to be a badger, but badgers aren't brown.
Oh. Am I supposed to go over there from the top?
Yeah, that's how a lot of this is. This is why generally games, I don't like this. Like games like this or Mick and Mac Global Gladiators, it requires you like going up and around and going back and backtracking and stuff like that. And it's like, what a pain in the butt. But you really do need to do that if you want like to keep up with your extra lives. So it's like, yeah, you got to go all the way to the top, stay on top, run and jump, and then know, like, oh yeah, there's those hearts down there, I got to go get them.
That's weird. So you just have to spam the jump button even though he's... whatever. There's no action that really makes that make sense. I'm really starting to... oh, hey, I got it. I'm really starting to question everything in, like, that I've heard in my past, including, like, oh, Bubsy. Bubsy gonna pop out here?
Yeah.
The things I remember from my past, like Star Wars. And it's like, it's not really like, I wasn't even in my, I guess you could say it was my childhood. Like Star Wars Episode 1, dagnabbit. And then there's this creature after them, like they're underwater. And then another creature eats that creature. And Obi-Wan Kenobi's like, there's always a bigger fish. I'm like, is there? Is there always a bigger fish? Is that a lesson we're supposed to take from the movie? Or is that just a fact of life? Because no, Obi-Wan, there's not always a bigger fish. What does that even mean?
You know, people always say, oh, there's always somebody tougher than you. There's always somebody better than you.
Yeah.
Well, then who's better than the best?
Yeah.
It's like, what happens when you get to that point?
Yeah.
Like, who's the tallest person in the world? Okay, let's just say they're 9 feet tall. Okay, you're going to tell them there's always somebody taller. Why do you do that for?
Because he overshoots.
Why do you do that?
I don't know.
Do it right.
I don't even know.
All right, now try to get a running jump and go and grab that honeycomb up there.
Okay.
Just like in Mylon's secret castle. Get the honeycomb.
Good. Honeycomb! So that's good.
Is a beaver.
I don't know what that is. Ah, what? It just jumped at me. It just like lobbed its face at me. I don't even know. Oh, come on. Now what's this one do? Does it go to the same place? What?
Wasn't that cool? Boy, oh boy, that's just awesome, isn't
man,
it?
I went all the way here. What a waste. Come on. All that work for nothing. A big goose egg.
And that's what I was saying, like, with stages like this. It's like, okay, take our time, grab everything, go back and forth. It's like, we're only partway through this stage, and we still got one more entire stage after this, and another stage after that.
What? I did that before and it hurt it. And now when I jump on the thing to bounce, it hurts me when I hit it.
What are you talking about?
The bee. I jumped on this thing and landed on an enemy and hurt it.
You're not in your sit down position now.
Oh, I have to hold the button. All right, let's try it. All right, I get it. Do I want the hot dogs or the honeycombs?
Yeah, you want everything you can get. Mostly the honeycombs, because I think the honeycombs is when you collect enough of them, that's what gives you the extra lives. But I don't remember. I'd have to read the manual. Because then the clovers give you stuff too.
Yay!
Hand me the manual.
No.
Alright, so
no.
the honeycombs, the more honeycombs you collect, that enters you into a bonus stage.
Okay.
So each stage has their own special prize. The cave had the diamonds.
Oh, no.
The nature walk had the butterflies. This one has the honeycombs. When you collect enough of those, you go into a bonus area.
Okay.
So the clovers is what give us the extra lives.
Hey, I made it.
And then I think if you get enough points, too...
What a waste.
When you get enough points, you get an extra life. And when we get 100,000 points, we get an extra life.
Okay, 100,000?
Yeah, and right now we're at 83,000.
Oh, so that's not actually that hard.
But it's like we're on like stage 3 already. So it's like that's why you gotta like do it's like a collect-a-thon. It's like you gotta collect absolutely everything you see and kill absolutely every creature that you see to try to like max out everything.
Okay. Oh, okay. I ended up down here somehow.
That's weird. It's like weird mushrooms growing in there.
What is this? Just, I can't see. Yeah. What's the gold mushrooms do?
Yeah, and you get points every time you collect stuff. Well, they do have the name of the critters in here. So you have ants, bees, mosquitoes, crabs, rats, and snails,
Yeah.
crows, and then there's badgers. So those brown things must be the badgers.
Okay.
And this forest area does remind me of Bubsy, like just...
It does. It does remind you of Bubsy, I know.
So grab that honeycomb.
Can I jump up here? Whoa, there
Okay,
it is.
35.
Weird.
So yeah, now here's the different
what?
bonus. Oh, yeah. Alright, so we definitely need some hearts. Apples just give you points. There's that. Get that.
Now I don't know what I'm missing out on down here. Nothing, just enemies.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff down there. There's stuff everywhere.
No, but it's like,
That's what I mean. It's like
how many
these
lives?
stages are just so long.
I know.
And it won't stop. It's like, but no, you have to like collect everything. The only reason to collect everything is basically just to like keep up with your lives. And that's like the thing, like if you know you're going to be good enough to not lose lives, you don't have to worry about collecting stuff. That's why I love the rock. It's like one hit. Oh yeah, another entire stage. This is what I don't like. It's like you should be on a boss fight now. It's like, no, you're not. And somewhere over the right is the exit.
So, what'd I get?
Invincibility. And now you're done.
That was like 2 seconds. I didn't even see it.
That's what I mean. Like, that's why I hate the invincibility in this game. You get it, and it's like Sonic. You either get it when there's no enemies around, or then you get it and you lose it in 2 seconds.
Just hit him with a rock.
And it is. It's making an elevator sound. It's going... ting. Alright, so the exit might be down, so now turn to the left and go down. So the exit must be up in some tree now, so go up.
What in the heck?
Yeah, I just don't want it to be a
Still
thing
keeps
like...
going up.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be a thing where it's like, well, let's take a giant guess and jump to the right and then...
Lose it all again. Are you kidding me?
So you might be able to take it and go all the way back up then.
Huh.
There's hearts there, which we really need. Yeah, I hate mazy games too like this. Where it's like, find out where it's at.
Just figure it out. Just figure it out. Haha.
Because it's like, now I feel like we're just going to be in here for 3 hours trying to find this hidden exit.
Just going round and round everywhere. Alright, so. Now, don't take that. Because because that's gonna send you all.
There's the exit
it's
right
there. How do I get over there?
So.
Good thing I have invincibility. Okay, I can jump down from the left side down there, but how do I get over there?
So jump back to the right. And now jump up. And now go to the right and then get a running jump and try jumping to the left.
It's like it's teasing us. It's like, hey, what if we got all the way over there? And it turns out it was the wrong way, and it's right in front of you, but you can't get to it, haha.
Yeah, so we'll go this way and then just start meandering up.
Okay.
So it might, so go to the
Wait,
left.
I've never been here before. So maybe this is the right way? It's just a maze.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of games when it does this stuff. It's like you just get lost and you're like, what in the world? It's like, stop. It's like, isn't it fun? No, it's not fun. It's annoying. And you won't stop either. It's like you just keeps doing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, boy, that was
Over here,
fun.
and over here, then
No.
go over here.
Then we'll
over
do
there.
it again on the next stage.
Dagnabbit. There it is. Dagnabbit.
All right, give me. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
So you gotta jump on him when he comes down. So wait, there, jump.
Oh, there's rocks.
You might. Let's say it might not actually work.
Dagnabbit.
Oh yeah, you're down to 6 lives.
Oh, it doesn't reset. Okay, good. Ah! Hey! I killed a bald eagle. I'm going to prison.
All right, give me that thing.
Alright.
All right, so we got all that completed. Now we're gonna go to going fishing.
Going fishing? I think that's wrong.
We can go fishing. There we
You're
go.
supposed to
So
be
we are
gone.
at 7 lives. There's some mosquitoes.
Alright, some pastels here. The early morning dew.
Looks like Easter.
Yeah, it does. It's Maganda.
Look
Beautiful.
at that thing.
Ooh!
Stereo.
Listen to that!
That's the first time we've heard stereo sound, I think.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Trout. There's some rainbow trout. Turtle. Frogs.
Want any vodka?
Sure. Since you got your growler right there.
Yeah, a growler.
Vodka and some whiskey.
They call this thing a growler. Above the barcode, it says the growler. But on the label on the front, it just calls it a silo because it looks like a silo.
Like, how far down do I... Look at that, too. Like, you can see the tops of the trees. And now
Yeah.
look it's going farther. Whoa, okay.
Huh.
That's the first time I've noticed that.
Weird.
That we've actually, like, fell down to your death. But no, that's awesome. Like, you can actually go up and down and see the trees.
Yeah.
And there's crabs out here in the middle of the woods, too.
You know how the woods crabs are. Why are there crabs? Oh! It's an alligator. I always get them mixed up, too.
There we go.
I always remember that alligators' noses are round,
The heck?
and crocodiles' noses are sharp.
This is ridiculous. Like, the trout come in and they just bounce away.
You're supposed to collect the trout? Or you're supposed to... No, those are hurting you.
Yeah, you're supposed to collect the trout. Those are like pike. I think the manual says they're pike.
The one's falling from the ground, or one that's jumping up?
There's crocodiles coming up off of the ground. There's pike falling down. And then there's these red trout.
Oh,
and
the
the
ones
red
coming
trout,
sideways.
the red trout coming through I'm supposed to collect. But the red trout come through and land, and then they're just like, bam, and they take off.
Huh. Weird.
It's like, holy cow, like, I can't do anything.
So you're trout fishing.
Pretty much.
Should have gone to Exeland. Gone to their trout fest. I always wanted to do that. Like, what if we went festival hopping? It's like we go to Hagen Days, we go to the Trout Fest, we go to the Muskie Fest and the Cranberry Fest, and we go to, like, the Aqua Fest,
Bluegill Fest and...
Bluegill Fest. Where is that? Birchwood?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just keep going around and around to all the fests that we can. We've gotten to the point now where...
Look at this. The exit's here.
But it wants you to keep going and going to the right.
Like, it's like, oh, you missed it. It's like you could have easily missed it.
Walk right past it.
Some crazy platform. And that stuff I don't like when you don't snap to it.
Yeah. It's Wonder Woman platforming. And they're jumping around on those spikes, the wood pillars. They stole that from Xena anyway. They did it on Xena first.
Got a rolling log.
Oh yeah, log rolling. You're in Hayward.
Go to the Lumberjack show now.
Yeah.
Give me a hot dog.
You want crabs?
Eating hot dogs and frogs and crabs and mushrooms.
I love throwing rocks at mosquitoes. That mosquito.
That's what it's funny. It's like, that's what it kind of looks like from that angle. It reminds me of a muskie.
Huh.
But in the manual, they call it a pike.
Huh.
Those big northern pike.
Yeah. Hey, beaver.
Beaver.
Beavery, careful.
Holy cow. It's like the thing from Donkey Kong.
It's a Taz beaver.
It reminds me of this.
Yeah, it is. It's that cat thing.
It reminds me of
the cat o' nine tails?
Yeah, the cat o' nine tails. Look at that.
Yeah. Why is it spinning? Like, beavers don't do that. That's not something... Apparently, rocks don't work on it.
Yeah, and the rocks aren't working on them either.
You gotta trap it. You gotta put some traps out.
That'd be awesome. Set a beaver trap.
And it just grabs it.
Look at that.
Shouldn't it be like chewing down trees or something?
Yeah, that's what it should be doing. Yeah, chewing the tree down and trying to drop it on you.
What the hey? You're down to 5 lives.
There we go.
Nice gnawing you. Huh.
We completed all the levels, and now it's time to go to the haunted forest.
Oh, complete level, complete level.
So I'm going to hand it off to you.
No.
Don't lose too many lives now.
Berenstain Bears in Goosebumps Horrorland.
Oh, there's some flashlights.
Gotta get some flashlights. Because, you know, the first thing you do when you go into the woods, you gotta hunt down your flashlights. Get as many as you can. Ah! So I don't have a weapon.
That's an owl.
Woo! Woo!
That's crazy, too. It's like, oh, porcupine that shoots quills out. Okay.
Yeah. Just like in real life.
So they must have been inspired by the movie Critters.
Yeah.
Ah! Dead. Okay, so now we can't actually...
Oh, what
Look
is
at
that? Little parachute.
It was a spook.
It was a parachute. Oh, come on.
So this is where it's like just platforming heaven now.
Hell. Heck, I'm sorry. Platforming heck.
Yeah, I do like that they actually have like different variety of this.
Yeah.
Like the music is pretty awesome.
Oh! That guy's from Casper.
That's what it looked like. It looked like Stinky from Casper.
Yeah.
Oh, now you gotta bounce off of the ghost. So you gotta go bounce, 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 bounce.
I don't want to do that.
Across the gap.
I want to know how to get up here. Oh! Pete's sake. Thank you for putting me back where I was just to get hit.
And that's the thing now. Now they're like doing that goofy tease thing. It's like, yeah, you can get down there, but figure it out.
Yeah.
But then it's like, but we're also falling. And look at the roots of the trees. Just hanging.
Just hanging in here. Oh! There's more this way. Whoa! That was crazy.
I'm gonna get you.
Okay. Oh, I think it was an opera singer. Great. Pied Piper must be around.
You mean Peter Pan?
Yeah, Peter Pan is the Pied Piper. Here to steal your kids away. So I had to gather flashlights so I could get to a level where I could gather more flashlights. Just all the flashlights in the world. Just more flashlights. More flashlights. You gotta have your flashlights. Jake, do you have your flashlights? You got your flashlights? You gotta get more flashlights. It's the best thing in the world. It's what you want when you go hunting. Here, take some flashlights. You need flashlights, man. Get some flashlights. These little ones too.
There's a neat silver one.
Yeah. Tasmanian Devil in Escape from Mars. Finally!
Now you got one more after this. And that's what makes me mad. Because it's a haunted forest, after this we'll have another one. And then after that, it'll be another one. So we'll have to do 4 in total before the boss fight. This is why it's like, I think at the point now, it's like, quit collecting stuff.
Yeah.
Just try to be careful with the lives. And if you start getting low, just make sure to like try to collect
that's different.
enough hearts. Oh yeah, he started running around. Yeah, and that's the one thing about this game is like once you kill an enemy, generally they'll stay gone, but it's like if you just bypass it. Oh, there we go, there's the exit. But if you just like bypass an enemy and then have to backtrack, then come back, the enemy respawns. Apple for points. Now where's this going? Oh, jump to the left.
Oh, are you kidding?
Oh, never mind. At least.
Oh, I have to go all the way back now because I can't. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, look, a doorway.
Push up like in Bubsy, right?
Doesn't work. It's not like the knots in the trees.
All right, get a nice running jump.
High jump.
All right, get ready for the boss fight. You might not be able to use your rocks. Holy
Whoa.
cow. Big giant
Who is
wolf.
afraid of the big bad wolf?
Holy smokes. It's like a crazy, evil-looking wolf, too. That's crazy
That's
looking.
it. I got it.
No,
I won.
it's... yeah, it's gonna keep going. Now you gotta be careful. Now it's the last stage. They're really gonna... Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I
work.
don't like the rocks. Because it's like, I don't understand how it worked on the eagle. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice. There was a little jig. There we go. What a fun day you had exploring. Who wants to roast marshmallows?
I do.
She's still in her pajamas.
Yeah. What a fun day you had, almost
Let
dying.
me see that. Exactly. It's like, that's what it was. His little adventure going around almost dying, falling off a cliff, killing, murdering innocent animals.
Special thanks, Dave Warhol and his father Andy.
All right, so then we kick it off back to the beginning. Do it all over again?
Okay.
All right, so that was the Berenstain Bears camping adventure on the good old Sega Genesis. So what did you think of it?
It was decent. The music was too repetitive, so it needed to be longer. Otherwise, it was decent. Yeah, a decent game. If I was a better gamer, I would have gotten through there more smoothly. It would have been less annoying. All in all, it was decent. It wasn't like Pinocchio level good, but I didn't mind it.
Yeah, and that was the thing that I thought was really interesting and unique about this game. I actually think the game itself is actually done very, very well, and I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But there definitely is some challenges. Like, for example, the easy stage, I think, is perfectly fine and great, and it's great for little kids. Because when we played it the first time, it was like, yeah, you just fly through it, and you don't have any boss fights or anything like that, and dying is, like, pretty challenging.
Yeah.
You just kind of go through it pretty quickly. But the challenge is like doing 2-player.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous, because I've said this before, with 2-player games, when you have both your characters and you get too separated, then the camera acts up. It's like,
Yeah.
I get it, it's part of the gameplay, but man, that's like such a massive challenge.
It's hard to jump at the same time. It's hard to pretty much do anything at the same time. And so when you get out of sync, you
Yeah.
end up messing up the entire jump or whatever you're doing.
But yeah, one of the other things that I love about the game, though, too, is like the graphics. The graphics look great, especially being for a quote-unquote kids game.
Yeah.
It's part of that weird Sega Club thing, which was like always acted like it was kind of geared for kids.
Oh, okay.
But it's like the graphics look great, the colors really pop,
Yeah.
and all the animation and stuff, too. Like
Yeah.
his shirt flies up, his hair waves.
They did put a lot of work into it. Like some of the things, like it only had 3 frames for that action, but that's really all they needed for it.
Yeah.
It worked. It really did work.
And even the amount of enemies in here, too. There's a slew of enemies. Just such a variety.
A lot. Yeah, there's a lot actually.
And as far as difficulty goes of this game, like I said, easy mode is actually pretty easy, especially if you're like a normal gamer and you're just sitting down, relaxing, taking your time.
Yeah.
You can go through it pretty easily. And it might even be borderline boring.
Yeah.
Because of just how easy you can get through it.
Yeah.
So easy mode, I think, is great for like a single player to sit down, someone like me or whatever, just sit back, relax, and take your time.
Yeah.
I love the fact that there's no time limit,
Oh.
that you can take your time and go and collect all this stuff.
Yeah.
So to really utilize the gameplay, you need to pretty much do everything. Kill every single creature that you see,
Yeah.
and collect everything that you see.
Yeah.
So that would be ridiculous for them to put a time limit in here.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos on them for that.
Yeah.
However, I don't like the fact that the stages go on forever. But that's also my personal opinion. A lot of the game types I don't like is when it's like a big squared off area and you just go meander the whole thing. It's like, I just want to go from left to right.
There was a significant lack of direction when it came to stuff like that, because like a few points we could have easily just walked right past the exit and then had to double back to get it. And, and then there's the other thing, like when you're right next to the exit, you're in the right spot, sort of, but in order to find the exit, but there's no way you can make that jump. You have to completely approach it from the opposite angle.
So then when we run into a problem where we do get a game over, it's like all the way back to the beginning and do it all over again.
Yeah.
It's like, holy smoke, for real?
Yeah, that can be really exhausting, especially at this point. We could get a lot more stuff cranked out if we didn't have games that just kept sending us all the way back to the beginning when we encounter those. We're hearing that music. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? In there. I'm like, who's afraid of the big bad wolf in there? And then you finally get to fight a wolf.
Yeah, the big bad wolf.
Yeah, the big bad wolf. And then the game ends and you hear that da 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 da. It's like, oh, that's why who's afraid of the big bad wolf.
All right, and so as far as the amount of time it took for us to beat the game, if you're a normal gamer and you're playing it blind for the first time and you play it on easy mode, you can get through it in about, 20, 30 minutes, probably 30 minutes if you take your time.
Yeah.
Playing on normal mode for when you get used to it or whatever, you could probably go through the game, you could probably speed run the game in like 5 minutes, who knows. But your normal play time will probably be about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, if you're collecting everything.
Yeah.
Taking your time, collecting it all, because the stages do go pretty long.
Smelling the roses.
That's the thing, yeah. Sit back, relax, smell the roses, and take your time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it took us about 3 hours. We got to the final stage about 2 hours and 30 minutes in. So between 2.5 to 3 hours is how long it took us.
Yeah.
But we did do 2-player, die, and had to start all over.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
And we were basically playing it blind. Like I've played I played this once before and beat it, so I'm somewhat familiar. But it was just one time I threw it in and beat it, and so I kind of know.
Yeah.
But I don't have the stages memorized.
Yeah. And I'm not really a decent video game player. I'm basically your Joe Schmo off the street who doesn't play a lot of games.
Yeah, and that was kind of one of the things with the show is I'm more the experienced gamer, you're more the less experienced gamer.
Yeah.
And so the idea was to come together and view our different experiences with it. Like seeing how I play it versus how you play it and why you're doing things the way you do and why I do things the way I do.
Yeah.
All right, and as far as the price of the game goes, complete like this, with the game and the manual and the box and the whole 9 yards, it'll run you about $19.
Oh, okay.
Loose, it'll run you about $9. So if you just got the cartridge, only $9. Complete, $19, $20.
Okay.
So do you think the game is worth $19? Now, I've said this before. If the game is so rare and it's worth $1 million, anyone will pay $1 million for it.
Yeah.
But do you think the gameplay itself is worth like $19?
I would say it's worth $9.
Yeah.
I could imagine, though, seeing this in the store, like at Walmart or something for the Nintendo Switch for $19. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Is this gameplay, comparable to modern 2D side-scrollers?
Yeah, and that's also the thing, too, that we've talked about. Well, you're saying two modern games, but one of the things, too, is a modern game version of this would probably be a lot longer, but you'd also be able to save it.
Yeah.
Like, after every stage, you could save.
Yeah.
This old school one, they didn't do that.
That's true, yeah.
But also comparing it with newer games, too, it's hard to really judge prices of this because we can pick up a game like Skyrim, the Legendary Edition on the PS3, PS4 for like $4.
Yeah, so that's why it's goofy.
It's like, really? It's like, that is so cheap. And you can get games for free on Steam that are like huge, epic adventure games for free.
True.
And then you're like paying $20 for this?
Yeah.
So one of the things we've been trying to do is like, okay, Sonic is an amazing game. How much is that? Maybe it's like worth $10, and this is worth 20. Like, is it better than Sonic? And so for me, I like what you were saying. It was like $10. The thing is, if you spent $20 on this game, I do believe you would get your money's worth out of it, but you would really have to play it a lot.
Yeah.
Sit down, do the easy mode, kind of get used to it. Okay, that was fun, that was cute, shut it off.
Yeah.
The next day, do medium mode, and then sit back and relax and really take your time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can beat it in one sitting, though, too. And it's like you do easy mode, medium mode, and then hard mode, you beat it. Was it really worth the $20 when the stages are as long as they are, and it's basically the same type of game?
Yeah. I mean, I would just say $10 personally. My personal
so I think
gut feeling.
$20 is a little too much for it. $10 is, I think, a lot more worth it. So if you can find the game for like $10 or less, I totally recommend going and picking it up. It is a really fun game. I think it's fun. The graphics are pretty good. The music's fun and enjoyable to listen to. It gets old after a while.
Yeah.
But it is fun. And that one state, what was it? The fishing one had like stereo sound. I didn't notice the stereo before.
No, that's crazy. Like all of a sudden, just stereo pops up out of nowhere.
So anyway, that was the Berenstain Bears camping adventure on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, and if you can find one with an EI in the name, just send us send it to us. We'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like I said, I think the game is pretty fun. I think it's pretty enjoyable, even though I think the stages go on a little bit too much, which can be kind of irritating. But otherwise, I think it's a pretty great and fun game.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess with that being said, we're going to take off. So whatever, I'm Janitor Jake.
And I'm Chris K.
And we will see you guys next time.